We're all aware, my Unorthodox Life Season 2 just came out, and everyone's talking about it and wondering if this stuff is really true. And we are here to tell you that, although some of it might have occurred in Julie Hart's life. Is her name Julie or Julia? I think it's Julia Hart's life. Although she may have experienced some of that, it is not a generalization for all Jewish people. That is absolutely not the way it works in Judaism. But one thing that we want to tackle, there was a scene where she's with a bunch of women talking about something called a get, which is like a document that a husband gives his wife when he divorces her.
Sefer Krisus.
And it's kind of like a release paper. Let's talk about that, because a lot of people have been asking us, like, what do you mean? A husband has to release his wife? What does that mean? So Moses, let's start from A and explain what a get is and why we have it in place.
At first glance, it could seem so terrible. It's up to the husband to release his wife. What is she, a property or something? Couldn't be further from the truth. And I will attempt to explain, obviously, the concept of a get and this type of document from the Torah requires a little bit of background education and knowledge, much like I can't be in fourth year medical school until I go to the beginning. But it was actually created so that a man shouldn't be marrying any woman and then throwing her to the side after 3 months after he's had his way with her. No, he is responsible to fulfill something called a ketubah, the document. He has to pay so much money. He has to protect this woman. He has to protect and respect. Love, devotion, and respect. There are so many rules on the man to cater and take care of the foundation of his home, known as the wife. The woman in Judaism is looked upon as the core of the home, the crown of the home.
The neck to the head.
In fact, we all know you're only Jewish if you come from a Jewish mother. The mother, the woman, is so important. However, there is a law that the man is required to sign, to write, and to have it commissioned, the get, this document. And it's her obligation to accept it. If she doesn't want to accept, she doesn't accept it. So the man must give it, and either through a messenger that she appointed. Yeah. Now, yes, she cannot remarry according to Torah law, Jewish law, unless she gets this get. Now, in every place you're going to find the first letter of the alphabet, whole, in every person. There are those type of people, whether you're religious.
Unfortunately, it exists.
Whether you're Hasidic or not. So if somebody's going to hold this document over a woman's head and say, Judaism, that is absolutely wrong. And the Torah says they can force him. The Jewish courts can force him either emotionally, financially, communal gatherings to make this man's life as miserable as possible so that he would give this get. He must be the one. And you know what? Forcing him really just, the Torah tells us, or the courts tell us, the Talmud tells us, that forcing him to do this commandment is really, in a way, just revealing what his soul really wants to do. Because bottom line is, he wants to do the right thing. He's fooled himself and became angry or frustrated or furious or narcissistic to hold this against it. I talk so much. The bottom line is, we all must do whatever we can to get him to give the get. It is a terrible, terrible situation when a woman is not getting her get and is not free to remarry.
She's considered like as if she's chained, which is, again, a terrible thing. And there's something wrong with the guy that's not releasing his wife.
And, by the way, this is the exclusion of the norm, meaning most men, normal men or half-decent men, don't want to be with a woman who says, I don't want to be with you. It's the guys who are holding that against her, and we need to push them to do the right thing. We stand with any woman that is chained into a marriage. So really, her case is unique, unfortunately.
Well, she didn't have that case.
Oh, she didn't have that case?
Given a get.
I should watch that show, you know.
I don't know if you should.
I saw a couple of scenes. The scenes that I've seen, listen.
We both said listen at the same time.
It means
we're meant to be. So let's just talk about the show for a minute. A lot of things
the
that
chauffeur?
she talks. The chauffeur.
I thought you want to talk about a chauffeur.
The chauffeur. Haha, so funny.
The show.
So
for
a
men.
lot of scenes are, I feel like they're dramatized for sure, 1000%. And I don't want to judge any of them because they are humans just like us. And I respect the fact that she, you know, went on with her own life, became independent, became stronger, and became the mom that she always wanted to be. That's very wonderful for her. But the fact that she's trying to poison everyone else's minds against Judaism is so terrible. What's her point? What is she trying to do? Cause more hate in this world? We have enough. And half the things she says, when I watched, I'm like, what? That is so not true. So not, it just so made me very angry. So I wish her the best of health, all of them, mental health, physical health, emotional health. And I hope that the world isn't judging us as, you know, religion according to her views.
This is a ultra-Orthodox Hasidic couple. I lived in Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. Went to the most religious Orthodox Hasidic yeshivas and schools. I've been around different sects of Hasidism. We moved into Florida in 2009, so from being born, I mean, I was born in Brooklyn. So here you have...
We should do a show. We should make a show called My Orthodox Life.
Yeah.
Does that exist already?
My Orthodox.
I'm just kidding. We will. Well, maybe we will. Should we?
Stay tuned.
My Orthodox
The
Life.
next ultra-Orthodox couple with a moronic husband who doesn't stop talking.